Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a wealthy merchant who lived in a big house with high walls. His son, Omar, was known for his kindness and generosity. Every evening, Omar would climb to the top of the wall and lean over, sharing stories and laughter with the desert nomads who passed by. One night, Omar noticed a beautiful desert nomad woman named Zara. And from that moment on, their family's nightly routine became a ritual, sharing stories and getting to know each other under the starlit sky. They fell deeply in love, but their families disapproved. The merchant was worried that Zara's nomadic lifestyle was too different from his son's, he feared. It would only bring trouble to his family. The chief of the nomads also disapproved. He believed that the merchants were all selfish and cared only about money. Because of their disapproval, Omar and Zara were forbidden to see each other. But every night, they would still meet at the top of the wall, sharing stories and dreams under the moonlight. One night, the merchant caught Omar talking to Zara, and in a fit of anger, he ordered his son to never speak to her again. He locked Omar in his room, determined to keep him away from Zara. But Omar was too much in love to give up. Every night, he would climb over the walls to meet Zara. He would tell her about his day, his hopes and fears, and she would listen patiently, offering words of comfort and encouragement. One night, Zara told Omar that she couldn't take it anymore. She had to do something to be with him. So under the cover of darkness, she snuck into the merchant's house and took a rose from a vase. It was the only rose in the whole house, and its thorns pricked her fingers as she clutched it tightly. She climbed back up the wall and gave the rose to Omar. The next morning, the merchant found the rose and realized that Zara had been in his house. Filled with remorse, he went to see the chief of the nomads. He apologized for his behavior and explained that his son was in love with Zara. The chief was also filled with remorse, for he had done the same thing to Zara that the merchant had done to Omar. They had kept their children apart because of their own prejudices and fears. The families met together that night at the top of the wall. The families shared their stories and apologized for their actions. They realized that their differences had only caused pain and suffering. They agreed to let Omar and Zara be together, and soon after, they were married. And so the rose, a symbol of their love, became a reminder of their unity and the importance of following one's heart. And they lived happily ever after. The end!